I'm Melissa. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I am a part-time reseller and a full-time grad student. If you're returning, hello, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by again. Today's video is going to be a little different than my last couple ones. This one is going to be a February sales update. I don't think I will be doing weekly sales updates because I just don't have enough time. But I thought doing a monthly one, giving like my top 3 sales, my worst sales, and just like where I'm at in my journey. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around and let's get into the video. First, let's talk about sales. So I set 3 goals for myself for the month of February.
Hi, I'm looking down because I have notes.
I wanted to sell 8 things a week. I wanted to make $209 a week, and I wanted my month to be about $831. Now, those are really random numbers. And my annual goal, which is, I'll put it down here because I don't remember what it was. I think it was 10,000. So that was my annual goal, which then made my month goal $831, which then made my week goal $209. I wanted to sell 8 things. I don't really have a reason. Last month, 2 months ago. So I'm filming this currently in March because I didn't want to film it before February was over. So in January, my sales goal was 6 items a week, and I blew that out of the water. February, I decided to make it 8 a week, and we will get into what I did. I actually sold a little under 9 items a week. Some weeks were 9, some weeks were 8, and one week I had 10. So that brought my average item per week at like 8.75, so it was a little over. On average, I made $163.99. So there were 2 weeks where I went over my sales goal, and then 2 weeks that I went under my sales goal. So that averaged out to $168.99, which brought my total profit, which includes how much I paid for the item, how much I sold the item for, if I used a discount, things like that. That includes all that. That does not include like taxes, stuff like that. So my total profit for the month was $675.99. So not my goal, but you know, reach for the stars. That is my sales update. So for the month of March, I'm actually going to keep all my sales goals. So I want to sell 8 things a week. I want to make 209 a week, and I want to make 831 a week. So I'm going to keep those the same. I was a little under in February, but I want to make sure that I reach that. So I'm not going to go over it without reaching it, if that makes any sense. My top sales, I will put photos up here. I'm going to start with my, like, not my number 1, my number 3 top sale. So I'm putting that there. It's a Peruvian connection dress, which I actually had never picked up before. I saw it at a local thrift store, and I was like, man, that looks really nice. I'm gonna put it in my cart and look it up. And then I looked it up, and comps were really good. I hadn't heard of it before, but a lot of people do talk about it. I just hadn't heard of it. It sold on Poshmark in 61 days, and I paid $5 for it. I took a $45 offer. I cannot remember what I had it listed for. I think initially I had it at $75, which was very high. And then I dropped it to $60 or $50, one of the two, and I got an offer for $45, and I was like, yep, taking that. So because of Poshmark fees, I made $36, and then taking into account what I spent on it, I made $31. That is my number 3 sale. My number 2 sale, I'm gonna pop it up here. I actually bought it on the same day as the Peruvian Connection, and I sold it a little before. So this is an icebreaker merino wool cardigan jacket. It's like a waterfall. It sold in 46 days. It also sold on Poshmark. I paid $4 for it. It sold on Poshmark for $50. I didn't notice this at first, that when I got it, it had some like, it wasn't really like snags. It was weird. And then the way I hung it, it got another snag. So I just disclosed it and I said that there were some snags in it, some light wear. It still sold for $50. I made $40 with Poshmark fees, which means I made a total profit of $36. And my number one sale of the month, I've talked about it so many times. It is a Nike bag. It's right here. It's that shoe bag, and it was amazing. It sold in 7 days on Mercari. I think I had it listed as 75. I think it was 75. And somebody sent me an offer for 64, and I said, yeah, I'll take that. So I made $55.44, and then I paid $4 for it. So I paid $4, I made $55.44, which means that counting what I put into it, it was $51.44. So a pretty big deal, and it was in 7 days. So that's a really big item to look for. Not necessarily the item, but like those kitschy, I say those kind of things are things that people look for because they're unique. So that's why I picked it up. And if you haven't seen that haul video, I will link it up here. It is a pretty good one, and I talk more about the bag and why I picked it up. Now that we talked about my top 3 sales, let's talk about my bottom 3 sales. Now, these are going to be some weird sales because they are all over the place, and I am still learning how to sell on Mercari and Curtsy. I started on Poshmark, and all the selling fees are included, which is not the case on Curtsy and Mercari. You can adjust your pricing and stuff like that. So I will talk about my mistakes so you don't make them too. All right, my number 3 sale is actually another thing that I picked up at the bins. It's in that same video I linked up just a minute ago. It is a pair of Keens. They were purple and black. They were really cute, and they were my first time getting Keens. They sold on Mercari in 45 days, and I paid about $1.50 for them. They were a bins find, so that's why they were $1.50. They sold for $20, but if you notice, I put free shipping, and for some reason I was like, yeah, they won't be that heavy. They won't be a big deal. They were kind of heavy. They have that thick plastic or like rubber sole, which is great for hiking and stuff, but it's really heavy. So with shipping, I made $9.13, which means that I personally took home $7.63. So you see that $20 went down to $9 real quick. Honestly, that has to do with the fact that I thought that they were paying shipping, and so I thought I could just add like $2 shipping onto it, and then it would like average the difference. You know, I pay a little, they pay a little. Well, I guess I had free shipping on there, and I clicked, yeah, I want it, because I was like, well, that's weird that I'm only making $9, but whatever. And then I realized that I was paying the whole shipping. Now, if I had thought about that beforehand, I would have done it through Pirate Ship, which if you don't know what Pirate Ship is, it is an online shipping, like third party, and their shipping fees are, I mean, usually cheaper than Poshmark or not Poshmark, than Mercari's fees. And I didn't even think about it until after the fact. So that was a loss. All right, my number 2 is a Liz Claiborne jacket. It was vintage. I just thought it was really cute. It had like this golf detail, patchwork, not patchwork, like what are they called? Embroidery? No, you'll see it. It has a beautiful, like, very preppy. I imagine it would look really cute with a tennis skirt. I just loved the style of it, and the colors were really pretty. It took 88 days to sell, and I paid only $4, which I don't think was bad, but here's where my mistake was. It was another shipping one. I sold it for $21, which I thought was a really good deal, until I realized I was paying shipping. Now, I did shipping through Curtsy, and I think it was over £1, so I had to go to £3. So I only made, with Curtsy fees and everything, $7.01, which means taking into account what I paid for it, that $4, I only made $3.05. So that was the lesson I learned. I have slowly been learning about Curtsy and Mercari and shipping, because like I said earlier, I started on Poshmark, and so the shipping's all taken care of. So what I didn't realize on Curtsy is when you're listing an item, you go to shipping, and it automatically puts that you will pay shipping. Now, I didn't realize that until this sale, that it automatically puts it in there for you. So I just clicked shipping, and then I clicked the price that I thought it was, and then like listed it. Then it took 88 days to sell. I hadn't thought about it. Somebody offered me, I think, 21, or I sent an offer for 21, something like that. And so I was like, yeah, $21, that sounds good to me. And then I realized that I was paying shipping. So I only made $7.01, which is why my profit was so little. After that moment, I did fix my shipping on all my Curtsy items. Number 1 is this pair of American Eagle jeans. They were skinny, they were size 10, and I really liked them. They sold in 45 days as well. They were an item that I was like, I think I'll wear, or maybe I can like give to a friend or something like that. And I paid up for them, not even thinking about it. I spent $8.99 on them, which is way too high for a pair of American Eagle jeans, in my opinion. They sold for $16, which, you know, if I made 16, that would have been great. But they sold on Curtsy, so I only made $11, which means my profit was $2.01. And $2 is $2. I guess it'll pay for half a Starbucks. No, it will pay like a quarter of Starbucks. But, you know, $2 profit is still profit. At least I didn't go under, because that has happened before. That is what my sales were like this month. I had some really good sales, and I had some really bad sales. You know, we're all learning. I've been reselling for almost 2 years. I was strictly Poshmark until probably about 6 months ago. And then I branched out on Mercari and Curtsy. So that's why I'm learning from these things. I hope you were able to learn something from what my mistakes are. If you have any thoughts or advice, put it down in the comment. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it, because it helps me know what you guys like. If something like this, like sales, is something you want to learn more about, make sure to let me know. If you've made it this far, go ahead and put that B. A couple of you did that last week, and I really appreciated it. Melissa means honeybee, so if you made it this far in the video, go write a B down there, and I love seeing that you guys watched it in full. Have a great week,